Hello, I'll be talking to you about how I made an original trailer into a genre changing trailer. The film that I have chosen is Finding Nemo. The actual film is family friendly, but I have chosen it into a horror because watching the film I saw that there's a lot of horror scenes and thinking that it might be better in horror genre. I have chosen this film because I thought doing an animation film would be more adaptable. I thought that it would be adaptable because throughout my research I have found out that a lot of genre changing trailers were animated, showing it's possible to change. For example, in my research I have found that in the Toy Story trailer it is changed into many different types of genres than it's an original one. I have chosen Finding Nemo for horror genre because of the horror scenes, and looking at other trailers I have found out that horror genre is one of the most popular. I have chosen horror because I wanted to make the film into something new. Like in the Toy Story trailer, they made the trailer into horror, showing me it looks like a new film, so that's what I want to do with the other genres. The original narrative for the film was when Nemo captured and his dad and Dory were trying to find him. However, in my trailer I have changed the storyline a bit. I have changed that Nemo was kidnapped and then he is trying to escape and find his way home. I have chosen this narrative because looking at the other genres, I can see that they changed the narrative to fit into the genre. I think that it fits the narrative because in the scenes that I have found, most of them are fishes chasing Nemo. I have used clips of Nemo's dad during the trailer because Nemo wasn't in half the clips I wanted. In the trailer, you won't be able to tell that it's Nemo's dad because I only use Nemo's dad when he only shows one fin. The trailer promotes a theoretical trailer because this trailer is 2 minutes and 8 seconds in duration. In a normal trailer, they are 2 to 3 minutes long. Theoretical trailers give a mini storyline, and that's what I want to do with mine. In my trailer, I gave a mini narrative because I was looking at the trailers instead of giving the whole narrative. The trailer gives a mini narrative to show the audience what it's going to be in the film. I have added key information in my trailer because the audience needs to see what the film is about. Last but not least, I have added a cliffhanger. Watching the different trailers, I have seen that in the end they have one scene and then cut it to the scene. It cuts to the title. And the trailer has done this because they want to grab the audience intentions to make them watch the film. For example, in the trailer of Shrek shows that all the actors are on the ladder and they jump into the title. This is similar to what I have done in my trailer. Instead of the ladder, I have added a shark nearly breaking the door down, then jump into the title. By adding the text I have added to my trailer are all different fonts and colors. For the text on the screen, like a fish against the world or 71% of the earth is covered in water. The color that I have used in these text is white because the background of the text is water, and using the white color will pop out more, making it more visible for the audience to read instead of using the other colors. The text that I have shown that I have used for my title and my key information are both. The colors that I have used is 2 colors, graduating white to red. I have chosen white and red because the white represents innocence and red represents blood. For one of the responses that I got from the trailer was, I like how the color are splashing together to make a blood effect and that they are clear to read. This response helped me as it was suitable because the person said that they can read the text clearly and that the colors are suitable. The music that I have added is creepy. I have found that adding slow-paced music and increasing into fast-paced will make the trailer have more intensity, and this is a typical code and convention for my genre. For example, the research that I have conducted in the Toy Story genre changing trailer is that every time the music speeds up, there's always a new scene coming up to show more intense and drama. In my trailer, I wanted to do the same thing, so I did, and I think that my viewers like it because one response said said that I was going to say in cursing, and the music makes it more fun to watch and it creates more suspense to the trailer. I thought that this is a good response because that's what I want the audience to think about. During the trailer, I have used a lot of voiceovers. I wanted to add the voiceovers to make the audience more engaged with the trailer. For example, in the
A Fish Against the World.
I have looked at most of them, making them having a voiceover to show that drama in the clip and make the audience more into the trailer so that they can watch it. One of the responses that I have got is kind of more information about the trailer and shows suspense to the
That's a big place to find his way home again.
and I thought that this feedback was important because it shows a different viewpoint of the trailer. I have used non-diegetic and diegetic sounds for my trailer. I have used diegetic for some of my sounds because I couldn't do some of them as they needed some dangerous equipment, but anyway, I have found them on this website called YouTube Library. YouTube Library is basically where I get all my sound and music from without any trouble. So it's free, it's flexible, and it won't do anything. For example, I have added a car honk in one of the scenes and didn't have any trouble with downloading it. Another example is in the Toy Story trailer. I noticed that there was using different sounds throughout the trailer and they were using the same website as me, so that's mostly where the idea came from. By doing some research on Foley sounds, I have learned that in film they don't always use sound in production days. They mostly do the sound after production and add it on the post-production stage. I'm trying to say that the sound they are in post-production stage, and the crew members make the sound with anything they can find in their room. I have used non-diegetical sound for my trailer because I wanted to use sound that is out of the film and the trailer to make to earn a higher grade. The sounds I have created is a girl tapping on the tank, the bag of water shaking, and a fish out of water. I have made these sounds by a pen tapping on something metal, a bottle of water shaking, and damp paper playing together, so it's me touching the paper. By using these sounds, now I can put it into my trailer and you won't know the difference. Techniques I have mostly used was how I have changed the color on of all the scenes to make it look like it's a horror genre than it's the original genre. By changing the color, it also changed how you see the film. To achieve this, I have lowered the exposure by -2.4 and contrast by -48.1. One feedback I got was changing the color makes the film scary. The feedback is good because it shows that changing the color will make the audience think about the film being scary and then family friendly, and that's what I want the audience. For the title, I have animated it to make the slide onto the screen. I have done this by making a marks and making a path to follow. For example, in other trailers, I see that they have different types of animated in the title, like in zoom in, like when the title zooms in for Toy Story, or when it's in Star Wars, so when the title slides up, showing the text. The trailers can be improved by adding more scary scenes into the trailer because I feel like I didn't give away that much of the horror genre because I wanted to mix of genres. I think that it could also be improved by me adding the title scarier because I think that the title looks clean. For example, looking at other trailers that are horrifying, and I thought that they used big and bold writing to make the film stand out more so it sticks in the audience mind, but mine is simple and plain, which will do the opposite. It looks plain because I didn't know what type of font I should have added or the color that was suitable. The animation the animator will suit because the title of anything. For one of my Foley sounds, the girl tapping on the scene, it didn't match with the scene and it went too early, so it was not in sync. For the next time, I need to watch the video and do it at the same time. In my research, I have found out that in professional studios, they watch the clips and make the sound at the same time. The strength of my trailer is that the music was amazing because you can tell that it is creepy slow music building up to all the exciting scenes at the end of the trailer. The feedback from this and from the music that I got was, I love how the music is slow and then increases its way up to show all the scary bits. This shows that people love how I created suspense through the trailer. The color of the scene shows that it is a horror genre rather than another genre. The colors are dark and edgy to make it feel like the audience are in there and feels all the feeling that Nemo is feeling. For example, when Nemo is trapped in a room and the shark is about to capture him, but maybe he escapes or maybe he doesn't, so that creates some more suspense to the audience. While watching different trailers, I have found that making the color of the scene changes, it gives more emotion to the scene than what it normally was. Thank you for watching. I hope you like how I made my trailer. I wanted my trailer to be like the other genres changing trailers. I think I did a very good job because I have used many codes and conventions as used in professional trailers. I now understand more about sound and music, and that will help me in the future to make more professional products.